There are a lot of decisions that go into each and every one of your website designs. Fonts and colors are really only just the beginning. A decision you always have to make is whether or not the website will include a sidebar. Today, I'm going to help you answer that question for all of your future design projects. Start out by considering the overall design aesthetic you're going for. If you're going for a super minimalistic look, you might find that a sidebar is more clutter than you want in this particular design. Or if you're going for more of a full width look with blocked sections, a sidebar wouldn't fit that layout very well. But a lot of the time, it is not quite that simple. If the design aesthetic you're going for doesn't give you a clear answer, it's time to look at your client's goals. If you've watched any of my past videos on designing strategic and effective websites, you'll know how important it is to have set goals on each page. Knowing the goals for a website can actually make this decision about a sidebar really easy. For example, if your client will be advertising different kinds of workshops, events, or they want their featured blog posts to always be really easy for people to find, a sidebar is probably a no-brainer. However, if you find that your client is more focused on building trust with their audience and moving them through to a services page or a shop, a sidebar is probably too much of a distraction. If, based on your client's goals, you find that a sidebar is the way to go, you're still not quite done yet. A sidebar should never go on every single page of a website. For example, a page selling products or services should always be totally free of distractions. Having a sidebar on those pages wouldn't leave them totally focused and could potentially change their buying decision. A good rule of thumb is to only have the sidebar on the blog and blog post pages. The blog is the perfect place to include extra information that will get audience members excited and ready for a next step. If that sidebar can be there to provide them with that next step, it benefits everybody. Just make sure it's totally focused on what your client wants their visitors to do. When deciding what items to include on the sidebar, keep in mind that anything on there can potentially distract readers from what they're viewing. If your client would rather have them continue reading a blog post than click a specific item you're thinking of including, that item is better left out. Really, as long as you're keeping your client's goals in mind throughout the project, you're going to end up making the right decision. If, after you've completed the design, you find that the sidebar is a little too much of a distraction, you can always choose to remove it. Leave a comment and let me know how you usually decide whether or not to include a sidebar in your website designs. If you're looking for more information on how to design strategic and effective websites, grab my 10-step checklist on the things you need to cover. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit subscribe and I will see you next time.